Brace yourselves, and I know this is going to come as a surprise to oh so many of you. I may have messed this up. Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Bayern Munich edition of the Expedition of Gold. That's such a long intro and I'm still not used to saying it. I'm Kev and it's all gone badly wrong. I thought we were okay. We had those 3 draws in a row when we first arrived. Then we won 2 games on the bounce and I'm thinking that's 5 games unbeaten at Bayern. I've not lost a football match for like 2 years in the league. And then we went and lost to Freiburg, who were in the relegation zone, and then only picked up a draw against Stuttgart. And that means with 2 games to go, one of which is away against champions Dortmund, we find ourselves 4 points outside of the Champions League spots. It's about as close to impossible as it can get without being mathematically impossible right now. We've just completely messed it up. I've completely messed it up. I thought I'd settled on a good tactic that worked with this 4-4-2. I'm trying something new again today because we're away against Dortmund, so we're going to go counter-attacking unstructured and try that. But 4-4-2, wide players in general, any system that involves wingers, just doesn't really work for me. But we'll give it another go today. The squad is built around playing this system. We don't really have much in the way of an attacking midfielder. We don't have... I mean, we have got 2 half-decent strikers in Berger and Amoroso, but Berger's also the only good attacking midfielder we've got, so that limits things there. And Vukotic is one of the best players at the club. Luckily, there's people in for him, so you know he might go to Tottenham. Oh, I wonder if they'll swap him for Oscar. That's a deal I would be very much happy to be a part of. So our team for today, we've got Clementino in goal, a back 4 of Lafarge, Magath, Montes and Szczesny. Velez, Anicic, Michels and Vukotic are in midfield with Amoroso and Berger up front. There is much work to do over the summer here at Bayern Munich, and not looking forward to this match either because Dortmund have been so dominant for so many years in Germany. And one moment I realise I've got the screens all funny. I'm just going to squash it back down. Hopefully that hasn't troubled you too much for the first couple of minutes of this video. There you go, all better. Apologies. I normally play, well I do play, I'm playing now on an ultra-wide monitor, and that's how I normally play the game. And I do that so often. I start recording with it still on ultra-wide and then it gets squashed down and looks awful when I have to edit it together. And I almost always notice before I start a match, but I'd know it's just too late there to be able to go back and re-record the intro the way I normally do. So, yeah, usually if you see an intro that's really stunted, it's because of that. This time, though, I'd already pressed that submit button, so there was no going back. And, yeah, it's fine now. Sorry. I might have to put a little disclaimer at the start of the video. And, I thought we were going to score there. Amoroso following in. And Igor Anicic with the opportunity to put us 1-0 up. I mean, we've got to go and beat Dortmund today to have any chance of a Champions League finish. I'm in 2 minds about whether I even want a Champions League finish. Yes, I guess it's more money and will help us strengthen the squad better. But we've got a better chance of having a really unlikely run at winning this league next year if we're not distracted by the Champions League. So there's pluses and minuses to both. I guess we're not going to have any chance of winning the league if we don't get that Champions League money. Maybe. But then it depends how many of these players we sell. If we can sell 3 or 4 of these players and bring in 3 or 4 of my kind of players, it's not outside the realms of possibility for us to put together a title-winning team with this bunch of players. We're not so far behind Dortmund that it's impossible to do. I mean, you can see by the way we're fairly evenly matched in this game. In fact, we've gone 1-0 up. And as it stands right now, we're only 16 points behind them. Okay, there's quite a big gap, but there wasn't when I arrived. I've created this gap by trying to work out how to do tactics, so it's completely self-inflicted. But this is a nice little finish from Berger, and I have finally got Berger and Vukotic. I've got to sell him because I can't say his name, but I finally got him playing reasonably well, and it was just a case of switching Berger to be an advanced forward, playing alongside another attacking striker. It's not something I normally do, but that seems to have improved the form of both of these 2 players. Who knows? Perhaps they just needed time to get used to me. Right, let's make some substitutions. Floriano can come on at left back. Montes, we haven't got enough. What I sometimes do is move Szczesny across to centre back and bring Cambon on, and we'll do that. I know I shouldn't mess with the defence too much, but they're not playing great. They're tired, and oh wow, why didn't I take Vukotic off? How did I not even notice that? We've got Ercham to come on. And come on, he shall. And hopefully we'll grab another goal here. And then we can go ultra defensive for the last 10 minutes. But everyone's being a little bit attacking for a counter-attacking system. And we've missed out on the ball. And now Dortmund are counter-attacking on us. And they've got a man over in the middle, but decided not to use him. Clementino makes a good save. Cross comes back in. Clementino collects again. We really need to get Vukotic off. As it stands right now, Leverkusen seem to be messing up. And it's all going to count for nothing if we concede here, but we could potentially go into that final game of the season just 1 point behind them. It's because I started saying it. I mean, it's not going to happen if we only draw. We've got to go and win this game, but at the same time, if we go and attack, they're going to score again, and if we draw, if we lose, it's mathematically impossible for us to get a Champions League finish. At the moment, we could draw this game, win the last one, Leverkusen lose the last one, and we still get in through the back door. You know how much I like sneaking in through the back door. But now we've given away a penalty, and if this goes in, we've got to go all out attack, because that'll be that then. We can't get into the Champions League. Szczesny's been sent off, so we've not got any defenders anyway. We'll just go all out attack anyway. No, not very fluid. Overload. And why not be a bit fluid? And we'll just have 3 at the back. We're going to concede 5 goals in these last couple of minutes, and it's going to destroy all and it'll happen after we save the penalty. No, we haven't saved the penalty, and now we've just got to hope that Dortmund aren't expecting us to go and explode out of this with a head of steam. I mean, at least there's no shenanigans with the penalty, none of the clapping penalties or the little bird wing penalties that we get from time to time. It's just a normal penalty. I respect them for that, and I thought they were going to get their 3rd there. We're down into 6th place. We might not even get in the Europa League. I don't know what spots get into the Europa League. Amoroso to Erchan. Can he get across in for an equaliser? Mikkels, Anicic, I don't care who scores it, just somebody score it. Floriano, we've got a matter of seconds and we've run out of time. And we might not even get into Europe at all. I might get fired. I don't know what the expectation is, but I've taken a team who were 4th when I arrived and led them charged out of the Champions League in like 7 games. I'd fire me now. I don't suit foreign football. I've decided. Oh, budgets. Hang about. What can I do with that? At least we have qualified for the Europa League. So that's something. Let's go and play our last game of the season and then see if Spurs will accept £27 million for Aaron. Final game of the season, then the mass rebuild is on. Szczesny's injured or suspended. No, suspended because he got sent off, didn't he? So Cambon comes back in at right back. Other than that, we're unchanged because these are pretty much the only players we've got who are any good. And even they're not good enough. So, yeah, he's lacking match sharpness. Who really cares? Do we not have a reserve team? We've got that B team, haven't we? But the first team players not go down and play in it. That might be a problem. Because how on earth do you keep a team fit in that situation? I thought we were already in the Europa League. What's all this? I was this close to playing a load of 14-year-olds. I saw there was a 14-year-old English right winger with 4-star potential in the B team or the under-19s or someone. That looked encouraging. I was tempted to play him. I'm glad I didn't. Now I see apparently we need to win the game. It might well be the last time we see them. We've not got a special send-off. I don't even know who they are. I wouldn't recognise them in the street. Yes, we've looked good in training. We've left him out because I haven't got a space in this team for him. I'm deciding at the moment. Let me know down in the comments what you think the best course of action is. I'm thinking of systems for next year and because we have to build our transfer business around a system, and I don't want to go back to the 4-3-1-2 because that involves too big an overhaul for the £27 million we've been given. But I think with a couple of signings, we could build a decent 4-3-3, or my preferred option, which is a decent 4-2-3-1. But we just need an attacking midfielder, if we don't really have one. So I think that's the best way to go. Let me know down in the comments what you think the best tactical direction for us to take is, and what positions you think we need to strengthen. We're 1-0 down. I mean, come along now. What's all this? I mean, the defence there is just... I said, was it yesterday or the day before, that our defence is really good. Just there, our defence wasn't very good. Our goalkeeper wasn't very good. I'm going to ring Kevin Thompson up, I think, and try and get him in. I've given him a bit of stick on Twitter because I promised him a move and then said we didn't need him. But I think I've changed my mind. If that's how Clementino is going to be, Big Kev might be on a plane from Scotland. Although Hearts want £6 million for him, last time I checked. And I can't spend a quarter of my transfer budget on him, surely. Or can I? Right, Anicic with a chance to equalise, finds Berger, who bizarrely puts it out to Vukotic, who is in a more difficult position, and because of that we don't score and they do. Where are they slot in the league? Oh, they're bottom of the league and we're at home. Oh my goodness, that's dear. I've broken Bayern Munich, everybody. They are broken. They were quite broken when I got here. I've pushed them over the edge. I'm the giant killer. Oh dear. Should I resign? If we lose this game, should I just resign and we'll pretend I never came to Germany? This is the problem. I've got an adaptability of 1 on my manager profile, which was never an issue when we were still in England. It was quite the issue at Tour. And, I mean, it's a similar situation. We went into Tour and weren't able to make any signings and then got sacked. We've come to Bayern. We've not been able to make any signings. I'm not a tactical manager. I'm a signings manager. So that's my excuse. Luckily, the players are dragging us back into it. They can hear me talking about catching the first flight off to the MLS and have decided they need to actually put in a performance. I'm a back-to-back Champions League winner. They know it's worth having me around. I'm just picking up a few words of German, just getting a taste for sausage. So, you know, we need to keep me here for another year at least. And then if I mess it up next year, I'll almost certainly get sacked and I'll go to the MLS then, because it'll be the only league that will take me. Or China. I look at China. Although apparently I've got the wrong Chinese league loaded. So China might have to wait an extra year if we get fired because I've got to load the right one. Why is there 2 leagues in China? Someone needs to explain that one to me. 2-2 against the worst team in the league, who've already long since been relegated as well. Anicic, I mean, that is absolutely stunning from Igor Anicic. According to his biography, he is a world-class midfielder, who Kev discovered, or whoever was Rotherham manager at the time discovered, and then I conned them out of him. Well, I paid like 20 million, so it wasn't that much of a con. Vélez makes it 3-2, and we might actually come out of this match without looking completely shameful. Coming back from 2 goals down against any team is showing good strength of character. I'd like to say it was all because of the tactical tweaks I made as soon as we went 2-0 down. We know, I did nothing. But in the press conference after the match, I'm absolutely sticking to I had to make a few tactical tweaks, but, you know, I'm great and we won. I'm rehearsing it now. Defensively, substitution-y type things. Who is Stefan Egger? He's a youngster. Let's bring a youngster on to play at the back for the last 20 minutes. That's never gone wrong for me before. And we're going to take off... Should we take off Berger or Anicic? I mean, these are some of our better players. We'll take off Anicic because I want to give Balbiano some game time. Although he prefers... No, he doesn't. He prefers to be box-to-box. I thought he liked to be a deep-line playmaker. Shows how well I currently know this team. But we need to find a way to get Balbiano into the team on a regular basis next year. He's a proper wonder kid, as is Ercan, which... There you go. Wonder kid goal from Hector Balbiano. It's his 9th goal of the season for midfield as well. Perhaps one of the ways I've gone wrong is not playing him enough. Because... that shows just how good he is, but my loyalty to Igor Anicic has meant he hasn't had much game time. But Ercan out on the right wing, he's also got the Wonder Kid tag. So if we do nothing else, if I don't have a massive overhaul of the squad, one thing I'm certainly going to look to do is sell this man, because we've got a player as good coming through. He's got the potential to be better. Okay, he's not as good. Ercan's miles back, but he's closer on attacking midfielder, which is what I'm more likely to be doing. And I think we could get £50 million for him, which that will make a significant difference to, I mean, a £50 million difference to our finances. I should bring Ercan on now, but I'm not going to, because Vukacic is playing well, and I want someone to see him and think, oh, he looks like a world beater. Let's give old Kev £50 million for him, and then he can go and try and sign Liam Wells, and then everyone's happy. Apart from Liam Wells, who goes from one of the best teams in the world to a team that can't even qualify for the Champions League. But that's the end of the season. It was a pathetic season. Oh, but we've got a big pile of cash. Someone mentioned in the comments that might happen, and I mean, we're still really badly in debt and only classed as okay on finances, but at least it's not as bad as we thought it was. Before we go, we'll quickly check in on Tottenham, see how they did without me. They finished second in the Premier League in the end, it looks like. Who pipped them to the post? Okay. I thought it was still a chance it was still on, but no, City have pushed on. I think that's Eddie Howe at Man City still. I mean, we did well to beat them last year, and yeah, looks like he's settling in for 5 years of dominance now after the wonders he did with Stoke, and Man United having a bit of a recovery as well. But good to see Spurs moving back up into the Champions League positions. Talking of the Champions League, have they made it 3 in a row? Champions League. And the final is Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. Tottenham got knocked out in the semi-final by Atletico Madrid. So they've not made fools of themselves in that competition. Did they win a 4th EFL Cup in a row, though? That's the important thing. Where does it even live on here? Down there. They didn't. Oh, have they won any trophies this year? They've gone from winning all the trophies to none of the trophies. They didn't even win the Community Shield. Oh, no, they did win the Community Shield. That's right. And the FIFA World Club Cup for the second. Okay, so they didn't do too badly. That's enough about Tottenham anyway. Let me know down in the comments what my next steps with Bayern have to be from here, assuming I don't now get sacked. I think it would be harsh to sack me, but I still might do it if I was in charge. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.